Bami 32, FCEO / founder of Clear Signal Collective Boutique Digital Marketing Shop, parked in the artsy part of Austin office is a gutted brick warehouse with exposed beams and overpriced succulents. Neon sign behind reception says, "Shift the frame." Cringe, but clients eat it up. Technically started the company. 4 years ago, seed cash came from my dad's Friends and Family Fund, AKA. His rolled over 401k. Never mentioned that? Part doesn't match the self-made disruptor brand I've hand-built on LinkedIn. Like a hostage note got 24 employees. Now culture is my religion. We don't have managers, we have guides, we don't have problems, we have unlock moments, we don't have deadlines, we have timeline constellations. Keeping up with the vocabulary is a full-time job by itself, but it's necessary for the vibe, except lately, the vibe is, I've been reading a bunch of weird theory about corporate matriarchies and feminine-led ecosystems. Decide the classic agency model is too aggressive, too straight line, too dude-brained. So, I start rolling out holistic feedback loops. Basically, if an idea doesn't land emotionally, we don't ship it. Doesn't matter what the data says, data is a construct anyway, usually filtered through patriarchal assumptions. And boring people tell myself, I'm pioneering something here, breaking ground, building the future, except there's resistance quiet. Simmering resistance coming from the back corner of the office strategy, plus tech pit. My personal headache is Derek 36. Senior strategist been here since day one. Can't deny. He's good knows a QL, knows Python handles all the back end. API duct tape runs the spend models. Does the attribution witchcraft clients love his dashboards, but his energy is rancid. He lives in gray hoodies like they're a uniform, stares at spreadsheets like they're his children, never shows up for wellness. Wednesday never joins the breathwork circle, never shares his emotional forecast during Monday stand-up. Every single time, he just goes, clear skies with a chance of pushing to prod. Same line, same dead voice. It's so passive-aggressive, it makes my molars hurt. And he's got 2 little satellites with him. Noah, front-end dev. Trent, data analyst. They form this triangle of silence in the back headphones, on typing like their lives depend on it. Occasionally they snort, laugh at something on a screen. I can't see it makes me weirdly insecure like, what are you laughing at me? The vibe, my whole holistic thing. Last month I decide their silence is a power move, withholding affirmation as a form of control, creating a hostile environment for the female creatives. I'm literally drafting a Medium piece about it in my notes app. Monday morning, big day project. Dewdrop new organic skincare client. VC-backed stupid budget. This is the campaign that puts us on the map. I walk into the conference room, like I'm on a runway, oversized power blazer. Thrifted but tailored, cost me $375, holding a matcha latte. Like it's a scepter. Chloe is there, social lead. Maya is there, HR/culture lead. Jules is there, art director, and the boys are there too. Derek, Noah, Trent. All sitting at the far end of the table, laptops open, not making eye contact. They look like they're waiting for a dentist. I clap my hands. All right, team, let's ground. Deep breath, in and out. Chloe closes her eyes. Immediately Maya does the little shoulder drop thing. Jules nods like I'm about to summon spirits. Derek just keeps typing keys, clicking like a metronome. I pretend not to notice. The vision for Dewdrop is radical, I say. Pull up the mood board. It's gorgeous, grainy film texture, soft focus, abstract shapes, words that are barely readable on purpose. Photos of women looking away from the camera, sad but luminous, like they're too emotionally evolved to acknowledge the viewer. I lean into it. We're not selling moisturizer. We're selling the absence of need. Feel my own goosebumps. The campaign is called Hollow. No product shots, no bottles, no price, no claims, just mood. We create a void, and the consumer pours their desire into it. Chloe actually gasps. Renee, that's insane in a good way, she says. Maya's eyes get shiny, like she's watching a proposal. Jules jumps in. It challenges the transaction itself, they say. Nodding hard, it rejects the capitalist demand for proof. I feel this warm swell in my chest. This is leadership, this is vision, this is me steering the ship. Then I hear it. Throat clear, dry, scratchy, irritating, in a way that feels intentional. It's Derek hasn't looked at the mood board once. He's staring at a spreadsheet reflected in his glasses. Projects his screen onto the TV like it's a weapon. Renee, he says. I stiffen because he never says my name unless he's about to ruin my day. Yeah, Derek? You got some energy to share with the group? He doesn't react. I have numbers, he says, flat monotone like Siri learned contempt. I ran a /B test on the soft launch concepts over the weekend. Abstract mood creative versus control product benefit creative. He turns his laptop around. Ugly charts, red bars, green bars, the kind of graphics that look like they were made by sadness. The abstract ads, he says, tapping the screen. Your concept. Click-through rate is 0.12%. Landing page bounce is 93%. People click, see no product, get confused, and leave. He scrolls. The standard ads with the bottle and price. CTR is 4.1%. Conversion is 2.8%. Then he finally looks up right at me. If we run hollow, we torch the entire Q3 paid budget, about 60 grand, in 2 weeks. Near zero return. They need sales to secure their Series B. This strategy buries them. Room goes dead, not the good mindful silence, the heavy kind. The kind where you can hear the HVAC trying not to exist. I look at Chloe. She's suddenly chewing her lip. I look at the chart again. It's objectively true, and it feels like a punch. Not at the idea, at me, at my intuition, at my authority. He didn't sandwich anything. Didn't say love the creativity. Didn't thank me for the vision. Just dropped data like a bomb and watched it go off. Feel heat crawl up my neck. My face goes tight. Like my skin is trying to hold my ego in place, fight or flight, kicks in, hard pick fight. But like, the HR approved. Invisalign smile version of fight. Derek, I say, voice so calm it could peel paint. I'm gonna stop you right there. We covered this last quarter. You're obsessing over linear, short-term metrics. You're choosing capitalism over connection. Derek blinks like I spoke in Morse code. I'm choosing the client not going bankrupt. And there it is. I point my manicured finger like I'm indicting him in court. That tone. Defensive, dismissive. You're gaslighting the creative team. You're trying to dominate the space with facts because ambiguity scares you. High art lives in the unknown. Derek looks around the room, glances at Noah. Noah is suddenly studying the wood grain on the table like it's a sacred text. Derek lets out this long, dramatic exhale through his nose, audible like he's letting his soul leave his body. It's not gaslighting, Renee. It's math. 0.12% is less than 4.1%. That's not a vibe. That's a number. Stop. I slam my hand on the table. The matcha wobbles, everyone flinches except Derek, because of course, you are invalidating my lived experience as a founder. You are making this room unsafe for creative exploration. Maya, please document this interaction. Maya is already typing like her iPad is on fire. Noted, she whispers, microaggression via data weaponization. Derek opens his mouth like he wants to argue, then he doesn't. He just stares at me, like really stares. And I see it happen, something behind his eyes shuts off the last little spark of I care, just flatlines. Okay, he says, you're the CEO. Run the abstract campaign. I'll build the ad sets exactly how you want. Thank you, I say, smoothing my blazer, like I didn't just start a small war. Let's keep the energy collaborative going forward. We're a family here. Meeting ends. I feel like I just roundhouse kicked the patriarchy in front of witnesses, defended the art, protected the feminine flow, marched back to my office, high on my own fumes, open LinkedIn type, up a post, like I'm writing scripture. Leadership isn't about worshiping numbers. It's about trusting your gut when the world begs you to conform. Hashtag women in biz, hashtag disruptor, hashtag vision over fear, 50-something likes. In 10 minutes, instant dopamine, brain goes quiet. Wednesday called Derek into my office for a one-on-one. Maya comes too. As a witness, I've got a document printed out. Formal performance alignment plan because PIP sounds too harsh for our vibe. Derek sits down, he looks wrecked, dark circles under his eyes. Probably up all night gaming or whatever spreadsheet monks do. Derek, we need to address the toxicity from Monday, I say, soft voice, velvet knife. It feels like you're not aligning with our core values of empathy and flow. Derek stares past me at the wall. I was doing my job. Renee. Strategist. Strategy includes risk assessment. It's not about what you did, I say. It's about how you did it. Maya slides in with the gentle HR tone that makes my skin crawl even when she's on my side. It felt combative. It created a barrier. We need you to strengthen your soft skills. I push the document toward him. The goal here is to reduce abrasive language and practice active listening. From now on, before you critique an idea, I want 3 positives first. And I want all feedback framed as I feel statements, not the data says. Derek picks it up, reads the bullet slowly, like he's reviewing a ransom note one. Smile more in meetings too. Do not interrupt creative flow with technical constraints. 3. Use inclusive language. His eyes flick up to mine, and this weird, calm smile spreads across his face. Not warm, not amused, more like someone finding religion in a war zone. Understood, he says. I will comply fully. I won't be a barrier. I will only support the vision, he signs. It doesn't argue, doesn't negotiate, just signs and stands up, walks out like a man clocking out of his soul. Maya and I look at each other, high five. That went amazing, I say. Maya squeals like we just got engaged. He really heard us. I think we're seeing a breakthrough. I nod like a therapist. This is the power of corrective coaching. Fast forward about 2 weeks, office feels different. Wrong quiet in a way that's almost physical. The tech corner used to have noise, Derek and Noah bickering about spaghetti code versus clean architecture, Trent ranting about attribution. Windows, Noah asking Trent if he wants tacos, random mechanical keyboard debates like they're discussing foreign policy. Now it's dead, not peaceful, dead, dead, dead. When I walk by, they either minimize their screens instantly or they just stare straight ahead like I'm a fire drill. I shoot a Slack message to the dev channel. Hey team, how's the dewdrop landing page coming? Need some good vibes? Noah replies in like 2 seconds. Completed per specifications. Live on staging. No emoji, no GIF, no you got it, just compliance. I tell myself it's respect. Finally they fear me, they understand hierarchy. I am the queen bee and the hive is humming. Launch day for Dewdrop for Hollow, the Void campaign. We drop a disgusting amount of money on the launch party. Alone 18 grand, rented a rooftop bar, downtown, string lights custom, step and repeat wall branded cocktails with names like Inner Radiance, that taste like sadness, invite influencers who show up, demanding free product and appearance fees. Some of them want $650 just to be seen. Holding a drink client is there. Her name is Tessa. Nervous energy in human form. She looks like she hasn't slept since her pitch deck life savings on the line, plus VC money breathing down her neck. She corners me near the photo wall, clutching champagne like it's medicine. Renee, I'm worried, she says. My investors are watching the metrics like hawks. If we don't hit a 2.7 ROAS in week 1, they might pull the plug. I squeeze her hand, soft smile, CEO glow. Tessa, babe, trust the process. Women don't want to be sold to. They want to be seen. This campaign sees them. Sales will follow emotion. She nods. Still looks like she might throw up, so I dazzle her with buzzwords until her eyes glaze over authentic resonance, community co-creation, post-transactional intimacy. She drifts away like a ghost. Midnight hits. Campaign goes live, ads start running everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. My phone buzzes with notifications like, I'm launching a rocket. I leave the party feeling electric, like I just rewired marketing itself. Get home, kick off heels, flop onto my couch, still in the blazer, because I'm that kind of person. Open the site on my phone, refreshing like a degenerate gambler, checking the score site. Looks gorgeous. Just a blurry photo of a sad girl standing in the tall grass, little sliver of text over it. What are you missing? No obvious button. No shop now. Nothing you have to scroll like 3 times to find a tiny link that says uncover, so mysterious, so chic, so up our own ass. Next morning, I roll into the office at 11:07 a.m. CEO time, expecting champagne, confetti. People crying tears of gratitude for my genius. Walk in, and it's a funeral, dead quiet. Chloe is at her desk, biting her nails down to the quick. Maya is basically hiding inside the meditation pod, like it's a bunker. The air feels wrong. I head straight for the tech corner. Derek is sitting there perfectly still, hands folded on his lap like he's waiting for a verdict. Big screen is up with the dashboard. I look at the numbers traffic. 47,000 visitors. Okay. Huge ad spend, $7,600. Already also okay. Launch day burn, whatever bounce rate. 99.7% conversions. 0 sales, $0. I blink rub. My eyes look again, still 0. Not even a pity purchase from somebody's aunt. What is this? I ask. Voice does the little tremble thing I hate. Is the pixel broken? Derek slowly spins his chair around like a movie villain. He's wearing that weird, calm smile again, the one that doesn't reach his eyes. I check the pixel, Renee. It's firing correctly. Then why aren't they buying? He nods thoughtfully like he's about to share a poem. Well, I feel like the customer journey may be too abstract for current market sentiment. I feel the lack of a call to action above the fold is creating friction. But mostly I feel people don't understand what we're selling. I just stare at him. He's doing it, the I feel thing. He's obeying the alignment plan like a robot with manners. Derek, fix it, I snap. Update the landing page. Put the product on there. Put a giant button that says, buy now. Derek tilts his head, gentle, sympathetic. I would love to, Renee. But that would be a change in creative direction. And per the plan, I'm not allowed to dominate the creative space or invalidate your vision. Your vision was the void. If I add a button, I'm filling the void. I don't want to be aggressive. I feel my stomach drop. He's doing it on purpose. He's using my own rules like brass knuckles. I whip to Noah. Noah. You do it. Just code a button in right now. Noah looks up, wide-eyed, perfectly innocent. I can't. That wasn't included in sprint planning on Monday. You said unauthorized scope creep creates anxiety for stakeholders. I have to protect the team's mental health. I can slot it into next week's sprint. Next week? I basically yelp. We are lighting like $1,000 an hour on fire. Do it now. Noah stays calm, like he's reading a script. I need a ticket. Please submit a JIRA ticket. Once it's approved by creative, copy, and legal, I'll begin implementation. I look between the three of them, Derek with his calm smile, Noah with his HR, approved sincerity, Trent not even looking up from his monitor. They're like 3 boulders watching the building burn, refusing to grab the hose because I told them the water pressure was too masculine. Fine, I bark spin toward Chloe like I'm desperate enough to eat drywall. Chloe, do you know WordPress? Chloe looks like I just asked her to defuse a bomb. I can post blogs. Good enough? Log in and add a button. She tries hands shaking clicks around pastes. Something updates something she shouldn't, and then the site explodes. CSS breaks. Fonts go insane. The whole page turns into a wall of error text. Now we aren't even showing the art, just fatal error. Database connection failed. Random 404s, like confetti. My throat closes. I have to call Tessa the client. She answers on the first ring. I barely get, "Hey out!" She screams so loud, I physically pull the phone away from my ear. Full body rage, she yanks the account. Immediately demands the entire retainer. Back threatens legal action. For gross incompetence keeps saying, "Are you kidding me?" like a chant. I hang up, shaking hands, cold, heart racing. I look back at Derek. He's calmly putting on his coat, like it's a normal Tuesday. It's 12:03 p.m. "Where are you going?" I whisper. Derek doesn't even blink. Lunch. "And I have a dentist appointment. I'll be taking the rest of the day as PTO. Self-care is important, right?" He walks out. Noah stands up right after him. Trent too. Noah mutters as they follow, "Solidarity." And I'm just standing there with Chloe and Maya and a broken website and a client actively trying to sue me. The next month is a slow-motion car crash. We lose, do drop word, gets out people, talk, partners, stop replying, prospects, ghost our reputation, tanks like a meme, stock cash flow, goes negative. I'm staring at payroll like it's a horror movie, can't make it next week without dipping into personal savings, which is just my maxed credit card with a cute name. I need a win. We have exactly one major client left. Freight lattice massive, B2B logistics, SaaS company, boring as hell. But they pay like $38,000 a month and keep the lights on. We handle their whole web infrastructure and lead gen. It's a monster. Servers AP is databases stuff with scary acronyms. Derek, Noah, and Trent basically run it by themselves. I don't even know the passwords. Pretty sure I couldn't log in if my life depended on it. I call a team meeting, try to stand tall, try to sound like I'm not actively unraveling. Okay, team, I say. Voice still shakes a little. We hit a bump with Dewdrop. But we're pivoting. We're refocusing on Freight Lattice. We have a major server migration this weekend. Derek, I need you to lead it. Derek looks at me, no expression. He slides an envelope across the table, white crisp, like he printed it just to hurt me. Actually, he says, I'm resigning. Effective immediately. My heart drops into my shoes. You can't. I can, he says. Calm as ever. I accepted a position as VP of growth at a logistics startup. They offered me about double my salary and equity, and they use data to make decisions. Noah stands up, slides his own envelope. Me too. Derek hired me. Senior dev role. Trent stands up like it's choreographed slides, his envelope. Same. Head of analytics. I just stare at the 3 envelopes, then at the 3 of them. You're leaving with a migration due in 2 days. That's sabotage. That's unethical. Derek shrugs like I asked what time it is. It's at-will employment, Renee. Besides, you always said we were holding the agency back. You said our energy was heavy, so we're removing the heavy energy. You should be thrilled, right? Now you've got the fully empathetic workspace you wanted. Good luck with the migration, and then they just walk out, no drama, no yelling, don't even pack up boxes. They leave like their backpacks were already in the car, like they've been ready to bounce for months, which, yeah, they probably were panic hits, real panic, not LinkedIn. Panic primal. Animal Panic Office is basically just me, Chloe, Maya, Jules, and 2 interns who still think this is a vibe. We all just stare at each other. Chloe starts crying immediately. Maya is doing that fast, shallow breathing thing. Jules looks like someone just unplugged their brain. What do we do? Jules asks. Who knows how to run the migration? I swallow hard. Force a smile like I'm about to lead a retreat. I can figure it out, I say. I'm the founder. I'm smart. How hard can it be? It's just computers. It's just clicking buttons. I march over to Derek's desk like confidence is a weapon. His computer is locked. Of course it is. I call IT third-party service. We outsource to save energy. I scream at them until they unlock the machine remotely. Screen comes up and it's all black windows with green text. Matrix nonsense terminal tabs. Everywhere. Stuff that looks like it was designed to scare normal humans away. I spot a folder on the desktop. Freight Lattice _migration _scripts. Okay, promising. I double-click it, like I know what I'm doing. There's a file right on top. Open it. First line is basically, warning, do not run without verified backup. I roll fear. Mongering men love overstating danger so they can feel like heroes. I don't read the rest. I click around instead. There's an AWS console window already logged in, big bright buttons. One says terminate instance. Another says launch instance. My brain does the simplest math possible to migrate. You end the old thing and start the new thing, right? Logic. I click terminate on the production server. Little box pops up. Are you sure? I click yes. Without hesitating, the little green status dot turns red, then the whole instance disappears from the list. I turn back to the girls. Okay, I say, trying to sound cool. Step 1 done? See? I don't need a man to click a mouse. Chloe sniffles. Maya just stares at me like she's watching a car hit a wall in slow motion. I click launch instance on the new one. It asks for a key pair. Some drop-down labeled PEM key. I have no idea what that means. I try typing password 123 error. I try admin error. I try Freight Lattice error. Screen basically tells me I'm stupid in polite computer language. I feel sweat start on my scalp. Guys, I say, it's not letting me turn the new one on. And the old one is gone. 5 minutes later, my phone rings. It's the CEO of Freight Lattice, Warren. He never calls. He sends icy emails with bullets and timestamps. I answer with my best CEO voice. Hey Warren. Renee, he says, voice like a freezer. Why is my entire business offline? Why is my customer database returning a 404? My stomach drops through the floor. Hi, I squeak. We're mid-migration. Just a couple of hiccups. Hiccups? He roars full dad yell energy. My CTO just called me. He says the production server was terminated, deleted, and there's no backup because the automated backup script was on the server you deleted. My mouth goes dry. Did you delete the server? I try to talk around it. I was just following the, did you delete it? He cuts in. Dead serious. I can't lie. Yes, I whisper. There's a silence after that, long, expensive. The kind of silence where you can hear money evaporating. I am losing $12,000 a minute, he says. Slow and cold. I'm suing you. I'm suing you for every penny you have. I'm suing you for negligence. Do not touch anything else. You are fired. Click phone goes dead. My hand is shaking so hard I almost drop it. Chloe is sobbing now. Maya looks like she might faint. The interns are just standing there, mouths open like they're watching an adult fail. A basic life skill. The fallout is biblical. Freight Lattice sues. They want $2.4 million in damages. Their lawyers send letters that look like they're made of pure hatred. I call my insurance provider in a panic. They basically laugh. Not even subtle. They tell me gross negligence isn't covered when the CEO manually overrides safety warnings, especially after ignoring multiple "do not touch this" prompts. I lose. Of course I lose. Company assets get seized, computers, desks, chairs, the neon sign, even the stupid succulents. I have to lay everyone off one by one, like pulling teeth out of my own mouth. Maya cries the hardest, like full collapse crying. But Renee, she says, I thought we were building a safe space. Something in me finally snaps months of pretending, months of buzzwords, months of flow. And now I'm watching my life burn down because I wanted a vibe. Safe spaces cost money. I scream at her voice. Cracks tears. Start, I don't even care. I need coders. I need nerds. I need people who can restart a server without asking me how it makes them feel. She looks at me like I just punched her pure horror. You've internalized the patriarchy, she whispers, and she walks out. Jules quits 2 days later. Chloe stops answering my texts, and then it's just me alone in the shell of my own warehouse. I file. Chapter 7. Personal bankruptcy. Dad refuses to bail me out. First time in my life, he says no. I already gave you $180,000. Renee, he tells me, you turned it into a lawsuit. Learn what a dollar is. My condo gets foreclosed. Bank takes it like it's nothing. I start selling my designer clothes on Depop, boxing up my power pieces, like they're costumes from a dead play move into a basement studio in a sketchy neighborhood, the kind where your neighbors argue at 3 a.m. And nobody calls the cops. I apply for marketing jobs everywhere, agencies in-house, startups, even boring corporate gigs. I used to mock, nobody calls back. My name is poison. The Dewdrop disaster is literally a case study. Now I see a screenshot on a blog, how not to launch a brand with my campaign. As the example, 6 months later, I'm working at a clothing store in the mall, one of those fast fashion chains that smells like plastic and sadness, folding sweaters making $17 an hour, feet always hurt. Manicure is gone, hair is always tied back, because who cares anymore? I wear a name tag that just says Renee, no CEO, no founder, just Renee. Tuesday afternoon store is empty, dead quiet. Then a group of guys walks in, laughing loud, happy. The kind of laughter that makes you realize you haven't been happy in months. I freeze, it's them. Derek, Noah, Trent, and a few other guys. I don't recognize, they look rich, clean, healthy. They're wearing those tech bro vests, Arc'teryx nice watches, shoes that have never seen a clearance aisle. Derek looks genuinely good, like sleep and sunlight exist again. He's laughing at something. Noah says, yeah, IPO's tracking for late Q3, Derek says, casual like it's weather. My options vest, and I'm buying a boat. Noah cracks up. A boat? Bro, that's a terrible investment. Trent goes full spreadsheet brain. ROI on a boat is negative, man. Derek grins. Yeah, but the joy metric is high. They all laugh. They're happy, they're successful, they're building things. I duck behind a rack of clearance jeans, heart-pounding hands shaking. Please don't see me. Please don't see me. Of course they stop right in front of my section. Noah picks up a gray hoodie off the table. Gray. Of course it's gray. Hey, this is actually nice, he says. Might grab it for the office. A C is freezing. He turns a little. Derek turns too, and he sees me. I'm standing there holding a messy stack of denim hair, frizzy face, tired eyes, a little dead. We lock eyes. I brace myself, waiting for him to say something like, "Wow, look, it's our visionary." Waiting for him to twist the knife to enjoy it, but he doesn't. His face softens, not anger, not triumph, just pity, the kind you give a stray dog in the rain, sad but not your problem. He gives me a quick, polite nod. "Renee," he says quietly, just acknowledging I exist. Then he turns back to Noah, like I'm a memory he'd rather not step on. "Nah," Derek says. "Actually, I don't need it. Let's get lunch." "Steakhouse," Noah says. "I'm buying." They walk out of the store into their bright, stupid, successful future. I just watch them go. Store goes silent again. My manager walks by. 19-year-old girl named Bree. Been manager for 3 months, and it shows. "Renee, you're zoning out again," she snaps. "Can you refold this table?" It looks messy. It doesn't align with visual standards. I look at the table. I look at Bree. I want to scream. I want to say, I used to be somebody, I used to have a neon sign, I used to have employees and a vision and a stupid blazer, but I don't, because the only thing that matters now is what the system says. I am, and the system doesn't lie. Yes. "Bree," I say, "I'm on it." I start folding, left over right, smooth the fabric stack. It repeat, until my shift ends. At least, I don't have to think about servers anymore. Guess I found my empty space after all. Only, it's not a campaign.